Economopoulos. It's not even close.
It's 850 KTRS, Big 550, Jake Hansler, Kelly Jackson, and we're now joined by the biggest name in comedy, Costaki Economopoulos. That's how you say it, right?
That's how you say it. What's up, guys?
How you doing?
Hey there.
Costaki is a friend of mine, a national touring comedian, TV personality, now with his segment Quick Snaps, a star in my documentary Close But No Cigar, and one time, quite a poker player. Are you still playing poker, Costaki?
A little bit, not much. Just
Yeah.
now and again when I'm working a casino or something.
Well, thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
It's great to, as I prompted this is a St. Louis premiere of your segment Quick Snaps.
That's right. That's true.
And before we go there, because I want to know how you got started, and then I want to get into that, but I was telling Kelly this morning.
Oh, wait. You get his name right. And you can't.
That's a switch.
I was telling Kelly this morning, earlier in the segment, that I've started a draft Donnie Baker and the Pork Pistols to the inauguration movement. Would you?
Well, that's finally the right politics. He might be available.
That's right. How did you get started with the Quick Snaps?
I just always loved NFL football. I've been completely fascinated from playing fantasy, and I use fantasy to kind of keep up with my buddies from the old days. You know, it's a place where there's 12 of us on the board, trash talking and texting each other every week, and I just grew into a love of football, and so I developed an all football segment so I could do what I love for a living. So I can literally say to my wife, "Honey, I have to watch the game. It's my job."
That's it. You do this now. I mean, you're a regular on the syndicated show, the Bob and Tom Show, and that's where, I mean, that goes all over the country, and that's where I first listened to you. But you're doing this now all over, including some television time. You've made it onto what, Fox Sports and the NFL Network?
Yeah, the NFL Network's been really good to me in particular. That show, the top 10, the top 10 scariest defenses of all time or whatever. So I go in and tape for them, and, I'll write like 200 jokes on all these different subjects, and I'll go in and tape them all, and it goes into an edit bay, and lo and behold, sometimes they put me on TV. It's nice.
Well, why don't we get started? I mean, we built this up. Why don't we go ahead? Here is Costaki Economopoulos with Quick Snaps.
Quick Snaps. So this week the big news is the Browns won. Oh, my goodness. It's a Christmas miracle. Orange is the new pack, right? This is huge. This is Charlie Brown kicking a field goal. This is Jill Stein getting the vote. This is very exciting.
Very true.
So the Browns won, and the Jaguars won with their new coach. He already has more wins than Gus Bradley. This is amazing. They even did a trick play where Blake Bortles caught a touchdown. Technically, any play where the Jaguars score is kind of a trick, isn't that fair to say?
Yes.
The interim Jaguars coach said he likes Blake Bortles. Has he been wearing Mike Zimmer's eye patch? What's he talking about?
Nobody needs depth perception.
I read that the Jaguars are casting a wide net for their new coach. Is that how bad things have gotten in Jacksonville? They got to catch one in a net.
Nobody's lining up for it.
It's not exactly a high-profile job. And I read that Tom Coughlin's going to go down there and interview. Is Tom Coughlin's resume chiseled on a stone tablet? Coughlin's so old, Florida visits him in the winter. How does that interview go? He just walks in, he's like, "Oh, the first football game, I was there."
In the beginning, there was football.
Yeah, and it was me. I was coaching that team. I coached both teams, actually, in the first game. Coughlin's been around a while.
Oh.
And we had some broken legs this week.
Yes.
We had more broken legs than a horse race during an ice storm. It was. I feel bad for these guys. Like, the playoffs are going to have more backups than Beyonce. So many quarterbacks are calling in sick, you'd think Trump invited them to the inauguration.
That's why we're bringing in Donnie Baker.
It's all done. You got to get Donnie Baker. He's available. Marcus Mariota, David Carr both fractured their fibulas and are done for the season. It's crazy. The Titans were on their last leg, and now it's broken. They're in Nashville. It's time to write a sad country song about it. And the poor Raiders. I mean, they were great, and now you can't get around California without a car. They got trouble.
Oh, I get it.
Derek Carr. David Carr. One of the cars. I get them mixed up. I don't know if you saw the largest player to ever, this is a true stat, the heaviest player to ever throw a touchdown.
I saw that on, what was it, Sunday night?
Sunday night. Dontari Poe threw for a touchdown. We didn't so much as throw it as he sort of jumped and pushed the ball away from him like it was a ballad. That's a big guy.
They say he's 345. If he's 345, I'm a svelte 185, okay?
I know. I thought the same thing. Like, that sounds low. That is a big dude. Terry Bradshaw said he didn't think Mike Tomlin's a great coach. Well, I don't think Terry Bradshaw's a great thinker. He said Tomlin's more of a cheerleader. I don't want to see the pom-poms. Is that a fair statement?
Absolutely.
All right, let's close on a Falcons joke, shall we?
All right.
This is a cool stat. My brother gave me this stat. The Falcons, my team, the only team in NFL history to have 10 players with 2 or more touchdown catches. That's pretty cool, right?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Matt Ryan spreads it around more than Charlie Sheen. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Atlanta. Costaki Economopoulos, Quick Snaps. Now, since you're not on in St. Louis on a regular basis, where can we go and hear these examples of
That's
football
a great
humor?
Question. I do a radio version of this, which is essentially, it varies wildly from place to place, but that's what we just did here. There is a podcast version, which is sort of the home base. It's about a 35-minute version once a week on Monday. It's called Quick Snaps, and it's free anywhere you get podcasts. It's a little guy talk, and my partner is a Giants fan. We're both giddy. Both of our teams are making the playoffs this year.
You're a diehard Falcons fan.
Yeah, I grew up in Atlanta. My brother's a season ticket holder.
Right.
I went to a couple of games this year. And so, yeah, my team's finally good. It's been a long time. Being a Falcons fan has been a tough life.
That's
we had one great player
Rams
ever.
Fans here.
Who's that? What?
We had to be Rams fans here until they did us a favor and moved.
I know, right? I got mixed feelings about that whole situation. Todd Gurley went to the University of Georgia, so
yes.
I've been a Gurley man for a long time. So I'm still rooting for him, but it's hard to root for Jeff Fisher and some of the other characters involved. Goodness gracious.
But back to where we can hear Costaki Economopoulos.
Yeah, Quick Snaps, anywhere you get podcasts, it's free, download. It's about 35 minutes, give or take, once a week on Monday nights. We kind of wrap up the week that was in the NFL. And we'll go weekly through the Super Bowl wrap-up, and then it's about monthly for the off-season, and then weekly again in August.
Now, for those people that are maybe traveling and elsewhere, I don't know that you come to St. Louis in a while, but you're comedy touring. Where can people see you in the coming months?
Yeah, kind of home base for all the Costaki info is Costaki.com. One of the many advantages of being named Costaki, you can get the website with just your first name. Costaki.com has my tour dates on there. I'll be in Lexington, Kentucky soon, and I'm always traveling around to somewhere. I'm in the Midwest quite a lot, so I'll be drivable for St. Louis folks now and again.
Now, I've gone to see you. I've seen you. You've been down in Southwest Missouri, Springfield, and
that's right. I just did Springfield with Donnie Baker. That was great fun.
Yeah. So, well, great. Well, Costaki, thank you so much for joining us today.
Jay, you're a pleasure. It's great to talk to you guys.
You too.
You and Kathy and Kelly and whoever. Thanks so much for having me, guys.
We'll do this again soon.
All right, cheers.
Kostaki is...
That's the hardest I've ever heard you laugh. I mean, you were like...
Kostaki cracks
full
me
on
up.
Laughing.
Yeah. One of the greatest shows that I ever saw was in Joplin, Missouri. Kostaki was there. Frank Caliendo was there. Donnie Baker was there. Bob Zaney was there. We were taping it. Mm-hmm. Nick Griffin. I mean, just all these comedians. Mm-hmm. And it was... man, what a night. It was great.
And you said you were taping... we were
taping it for my documentary. But so it's been great. We'll do it again tomorrow.
Yes, we
Kelly
will.
Jackson. Right now, it is 9 o'clock. KTRS, the Big 550.
This is the Big 550 KTRS St. Louis, Baldwin, Arnold, Town and Country, and